All right, so let's do 5.1. We're going to be adding and subtracting polynomials. First, we're going to be talking about terms. So the polynomials are made up of terms. Okay? Polynomials of terms. And a term consists of either, let me write this down. So it could be a constant, and here's the example, -7 or 31 variables. With or without an exponent. And this is going to be equal to xc or equal to xy to the second power with or without the exponents. Now, constants multiplied by variables and that would be, we do 3xy to the second power, or 8 negative a minus a times d, and variables divided by a constant. Negative c squared divided by 8, or xy divided by 20. Okay? And the polynomials, when we talk about that they have only one term, we call it monomials. Two terms, we call it, so just one term, by itself is known as monomial. Okay? Mono means one. Like when we said monopoly, it's one company in the market. For when we have two terms, it's called what? Binomial. We have bicycle, two wheels, bisexual, and then when we have just three terms, trinomial. Like the tricycle or the tripod. And four terms, we call it tetranomial. Okay. Oh, five terms is going to be called what? Washington, D.C., okay? So what is a polynomial? It's when a polynomial is made out of two or more terms. Let me write down just the question. So it is made up of two or more terms. Okay? When we said poly means many, okay? Like polygamy. One thing that you guys need to remember that the variables in our the variables in our polynomial should always have positive exponents. Don't forget that. Always they should have that. So now, let's talk about the degree of the polynomial. So we just talk about terms. So now, let's talk about degree. The degree of a term refers to the sum of the exponents of the variables. So the degree of a term refers to the sum of the exponents of the variables contained in the term, okay? So for example, negative 5x squared, what's the degree? It's going to be 2, right? If we have 29x to the third power and y to the second power. So we said it refers to the sum, right? So let's do 3 plus 2. It's going to be 5. That's the degree. 6. 6 has a degree of 0. Why does 6 have a degree of 0? Because degree of 0, because we can write down because we can write 6 as what? And 6x to the 0 power. And the power of x is what? It's 0. And if you guys recall, any term to the 0 power is 1. Okay? Now, this is the degree. Is the term of a term refers to the degree of a term refers to the sum of the exponents. The degree of the term. Now we're going to do the degree of a polynomial. The degree of a polynomial refers the higher degree found So degree, it refers to the highest degree found in any of its terms. So if I have, let me write this down. What's the degree? It says, the definition says that the degree of this polynomial refers to the highest degree found in any of its terms. So let's see, I have 2 here, 14 here, 5 here, and what do I have? 0 here. So what's the degree of this polynomial is going to be? 14. Okay, this is the highest. Now, let's do polynomial functions. So, polynomial functions often appear in word problems. So we need to interpret either the function or the results of that function. Okay, so for example, let me write this down. Polynomial functions often appear in word problems. Okay, and we may need to interpret either the function or the results of the function. Okay, and we're going to do an example. This example says that Maya is standing on a bridge. Okay, so we could say she's up here, and let's say this is the bridge, right? So this is all brick. Do it. This is the bridge, and she's standing up here. All right, this is Maya, and she's catching a ball that her brother Mark is throwing up at her. So her brother is down here, okay, and he is throwing a ball to her, okay? Here goes the ball. So this is Maya. She's standing up on a bridge. This is a bridge. Her brother is down here, Mark, and she's catching a ball that he is throwing up at her. The distance is in feet. Time is in seconds, And this is the equation. This is the equation. Distance is in feet. Time is in seconds. Okay? And the question is, find the distance of the ball. They want us to find the distance of the ball, right? Add t equals 0 seconds, t equals to 1 second, and t equals to 2 seconds. All right? So they want us to do that. And also the other question is, how high up is the bridge? Okay, those are the two questions. So first, we're going to assume that Maya and Mark, they have the same height. We're going to start with that. All right, so let me write that down. So Maya and Mark the same height, right? We're going to assume this. And we're going to ignore the resistance, we're going to ignore the gravity, and other factors in this situation that I just made up, okay? So let's do it. Let's take the equation, and when the time is 0, we're going to replace it, t for 0. So what do we get here? -10, right? The distance. Now, when the time is 1, 3 minus 1 is -2. 3 minus 1, sorry, is 2. Minus 10 is -8. And when the time is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 minus 10. Hold on. Oh, here's my mistake. I need to write down 2. So this is 4 times 3, 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. All right? So this is the distance. The height of the distance at 0 seconds when he still have the ball is 10 feet. When he throws the ball a second after that, it's 8. And 2 seconds, what happened? The ball is up here already. So the distance of the bridge is 10 feet. And we found the distance at 0, 1, and 2. Now, we're going to do combine like terms. That was the other part that we were going to cover. Combining like terms. So The same adding and subtracting that we did with linear equations. So you only combine the terms that look alike. So adding and subtracting polynomials is very similar to the adding and subtracting we did with linear equations. Okay? You only combine the terms that look alike. Okay, let me give you an example. The first one. And we have an activity sheet for this too. We're going to be adding, it says add, and it's giving us there we go. So we're going to be adding these two polynomials. One easy way is to, you could just do it like that. You could take the parentheses because the plus doesn't affect anything. Everything is going to remain the same. And one way to do it is, okay, negative x squared, and then I have negative 8 and I have plus 1. So it's going to be negative 7x squared. Now I have 4x, but I don't have an x over here. Or I do. Hold on. This is 4xy, sorry. So 4xy minus 6xy, that will give me a negative 2xy. Then negative 5y squared plus 2. That's going to give me another negative 3y squared. And the last one is a constant, negative 7 minus 3. That will be negative 10. You can do it that way, or you could do it one and then you write down the other one. I'll show you. Let me do a subtraction first. This one says subtract. And it says 12ab squared c minus 9 from 5 plus 14 a squared bc. So because it says from this one, so this one is going to be my first term. So I'm going to have 5. Let me write it down. 6ab c squared plus 14a squared bc, right? So they want me to take this one from this one. So now this term, in this case, 12a going to be right below this one, negative 9abc squared subtract, right? So because it says subtract, all of the terms, the signs of these terms are going to change. So if this one was positive, now it's negative. Negative is going to be positive, and positive is going to be negative. Don't forget to do that when you're doing a subtraction. So 5 minus 12 is going to be 7, positive. Negative 6 plus 9 is going to be plus 3, ABC, C squared. Plus 14 minus 3 is positive 11A squared, BC. So do not forget, because you're doing a subtraction. So let's do the activity that we have. It says activity, it should say 5.1. Okay, guys? Let me write it down here. 5.1 activity, polynomials. Okay? So then we're gonna for example, it says find the degree of the term, and it's giving me negative 4 to the 6x to the third power. So what did we say? We said that the degree of the term refers to the what? To the sum of the exponents, right? Of the variables contained in the term. So in this case, the degree is going to be 3. Okay? This one, we have a 3.14 r to the third s and t13. So this is going to be what? 13 plus 3, 16 plus 1. The degree is what? 17. The degree is the sum of the exponents, only the variables. Okay? Now, the next one is asking me to find the degree of the polynomial. And the definition, but to find the degree of the polynomial, we said that refers to the highest degree found in any of its terms, the highest degree found. So let's do this one. 4x squared y minus 12xy plus 8. So right here, what do I have? 3. And right here, I have a 3. Okay. So the degree of this polynomial is what? Is 3. All right? Now, they are giving me this equation. P of x is equal to 2x squared minus 3x minus 1. And they're giving me q equals to 5x squared minus 3. And they want me to find, for example, p when x is equal to 2. So what do I need to do? Just replace this by x. So let's get the equation. So instead of x, we're going to have -2. So we have -2 squared minus 3 times -2 minus 1. So we have a 4 here, times 2 is 8, plus 3 times 2 is 6, minus 1. Is 14. Minus 1 is 13. So P, when x is equal to -2, is 13. Let's do one with Q. This one says find Q when Q is equal to 1. Okay, so let's get the equation. 5x squared minus 3. 5 times 1 squared minus 3. So this is 5 minus 3 is what? 2. All right. Now, for example, this one says just to simplify each polynomial by combining like terms. So this one says simplify each polynomial by combining like terms. So I'm just going to do, let's do this one. It's 8x squared minus 2xy plus 7y squared minus x squared plus xy. Okay, so let's do it. This one, just like we did the other one, and I think it's the same one. I don't know. So this is going to be 7x squared. I have -2x and I have 1 here, so I'm going to get -xy. And 7y squared plus 13. So that would be 20. Positive 20y squared. And I just combine the like terms. If they ask me to add the polynomials, so if they're being given like this, another way to do it is I will write this down here. So this is going to be, so this is 14y. I'm not going to have a square a y and -11, minus 11. Okay. For example, another one. I think you guys got the idea. If we have 8x squared minus 6x plus 4 minus, and it's giving me 7x squared minus 6x plus 1. So we said that because it says minus, right? So this is going to be negative, this is going to be positive, and this is going to be negative. They're all going to change. So this is going to be x squared. We're not going to have an x here anymore. 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay? And we have another example that is exactly as the one that I did for Maya and Mark. Let's do this last one here that says subtract. They want us to subtract 2x plus 6 from what? From the sum of, and they want us to do the sum, 6x squared plus 3x plus 8 added to 7x squared plus 6x minus 9. So first I have to do this addition. What do I get here? This is 13 squared. This is 9x. And this is 1. From here, they want me to subtract the 2x. Subtract 2x plus 6. It's going to be negative. Positive is going to be negative. So what do I get? 9 minus 2, 7x. 1 minus 6 minus. Oh, look at this. This is negative. Negative 9 plus 8 is negative 1. So negative 1 minus negative 6 is negative 7. And this is my answer. We did most of the exercises, all right? This is, like we said, chapter 5.1.